Started the okra today. I have one ready to harvest. I'm gonna start having at least one to harvest every day after this. These are all callaloo that I harvested earlier in the week. My advice for harvesting was to be ready to both harvest and store. Prepare whatever you're going to do with it. If you're going to freeze it, cut and freeze, wash. Be ready to wash, cook, store, and or freeze it. I have a couple of cucumbers there. This was a really weird experience with these Munchers cucumbers. I'm not going to grow them again. I'm going to grow all white cucumbers from now on. I don't even want any other cucumbers. I'm going to pull all the callaloo around to this big strong one. I'm going to pull all the plants around it and just let it be great. My moringas are not doing well. I wonder if it's because I put the tiniest bit of fertilizer in them, and moringa doesn't need fertilizer. So I don't know if doing that kind of stunted them this year, or if the season is just being weird and Mother Nature is resisting your current president. Peas, you can see the purslane wanted to take over this bed. I actually pulled a lot that were stunting the perpetual spinach. Meanwhile, the callaloo is doing its thing. I think, well, this one is a newer one that I replanted because the other one was flowering. But it could be stunting because either I transplanted it later than this one, or because all this purslane is being great. My collard was being ravaged by cabbage moths. So I just chopped everything down. There were only about 10 leaves, which was enough for us if we wanted to eat them, but they were very damaged. Here are my green onions. Again, with these were, I had a year where these were too big and too prolific to even keep up with, even with just a handful of plants. And they're not very strong this year. And I wonder if it's not because the purslane, a raised bed, which is getting crunchy in the dry heat. Oregano, opal basil. This opal basil is attempting to recover and is flowering. Those are the basils that the Japanese beetles annihilated. And here is some flowering cilantro, lemon verbena. This perpetual spinach popped back up after our last rain. Herbs, micro-tom, tomatoes, several of which are ready to harvest. I'm gonna eat that. Yes, ma'am. I'll be glad when this whole plant finishes ripening, so I can pull it and give this more root room, because you can see what it's doing. I mean, it should do me. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh my God. These are my herbs, cilantro, which I've used most of. The opal basil, recovering from Japanese beetle damage. My moringa down there, and here is oregano. My cucumber is looking really sad this year. It's my privy cukes. They are white cucumbers, and they're tripping. And so I don't know what it's going through right now, but there are a lot of flies. See, whoa, about 40 flies just flew. There's one. So it's plagued with flies, and that makes me wonder. You know, flies are a sign of death and deterioration. So I wonder if they're not on their way out. I have my snow peas coming through. These are my original snow peas. I'll go ahead and eat that. Yeah, I probably already. Fresh, yes, that's it. Here's another moringa. There's a patio tomato in the middle. It fell over twice already, but it's up and doing okay now. You can see the stakes I put in it. Micro toms, and they're doing okay. You can see I watered everything, so it's just now perking back up. Tear out these bottom branches that are serving no purpose except for to potentially transfer blight, really. Another patio, microton. This patio is about done. I just need those last few tomatoes to ripen. If I let it get redder. This is a subsequent patio tomato. That I'm only gonna get green tomatoes off of, if anything at all. These are 3 tomatoes in small pots that I didn't have the guts to throw away, and they came up along with this original one. I didn't have the guts to throw away, and you can see they only gave me a handful of tomatoes. I'm a patio tomatoes girl. I mean, not patio tomatoes, my microtons. These are my microtons. And where I have the patio in the middle, and the 2 microtons on the side. So the patio, lemon verbena. The purslane, y'all. You can see doing the most. I have the 2 callaloo, about 6 green onions back there. My collard, I just chopped all the leaves off and proceed to start all over, so it'll be nice and healthy for the fall. I only had one really big harvest of collard from that one plant, and it was okay. I guess the verdict is I'm still not as much of a collard girl as my peoples. Munch's cucumbers. I have 2 cucumbers out here, as well as one that I harvested already. They're my okra. Harvested one of those. Romaine lettuce, and red leaf lettuce. I'm gonna put some more lettuce in there. A couple more of these. Cute little things. I need to come harvest some more verbena and then watch it grow for the fall. I'm so sad about these cucumbers this year. But, you know, at least we're good for next year. You don't have to worry about the bunnies, I'm pretty sure.